everyone. Since one of the viewers had requested for a video on articles, I'm doing it today. I hope you find it useful. So let's get started. Articles. What are articles? We all know they are a and the. So these are your articles and they are used before a noun and an adjective. So in this example, I'm going to show you how we use it before a noun and how it is used before an adjective. Okay, so she ate an apple and a glass of milk. Here, an apple, a glass. So we see an and a are your articles and we have used them before a noun. Apple is noun and glass is also noun. Now next one, the apple was really juicy. So since we are talking about the same apple, that particular apple which she had, we are using the. Okay, so we use the whenever we have mentioned about the noun before in the previous sentence. Okay, next one, it was a pleasant day yesterday. So a pleasant. Pleasant here is adjective. So we are using a before an adjective. Next one, she told the unknown story. Unknown here is again adjective. So the an article before an adjective. I had an unusual dream last night. An article, unusual again adjective. So you can very easily see that we are using the articles before either before a noun or before an adjective. Now the question is whether we can use the articles randomly with any noun or any adjective. There are certain rules which we need to follow while using the articles. There are certain rules for certain articles, particular articles. Okay, so we are going to discuss that. All right. So when do we use a? A is used before a consonant. For example, a ball. When do we use an? It is used before a vowel or a vowel sound. Example, an apple. Here it is starting with a vowel. Apple starts with a vowel, so we are using an. An hourglass. Here we don't have a vowel, but we have a vowel sound. That's why we say an hourglass. An X-ray. Similarly, here we do not have a vowel. X is not a vowel, but still we have a vowel sound like eh. So that's why we are using an X-ray. Okay. Next one, the. When do we use the? It is used for both consonants and vowel. Okay. So, example, the Americans. Here we see that we are using the before a vowel. The Canary Island. So here we are using it before a consonant. Okay, so there are several rules we need to keep in mind while using the. We will come to those rules later. We will first discuss articles in general in detail. Okay, so let's see. There are two types of articles. These articles can be categorized into two categories. All right, so the two categories are definite articles and indefinite articles. A and an, I have colored it red, whereas the is colored green. Why? Because these two are different from this. So this is a definite article, the, and these are your indefinite articles. So these are the two categories of articles. So what are the difference between these two? Definite articles we use when we talk about specific object, specific person or specific noun, when we point out at a particular object or a particular noun. Okay, but when do we use indefinite article is when we talk about things and objects in general, when we are talking about any object or any things in general. All right, now I think it will be easier for you to understand through the example. Here is the example. I saw a boy holding an apple in his hand. Here I said a boy, an apple. Why? Because I'm talking about the boy for the first time and I'm mentioning about apple for the first time. So I use a boy and an apple. So it can be any boy, or any one boy, or it can be any one apple. All right. So next one is the boy was wearing a green shirt. Okay, the boy. Why the boy? Because I've already talked about the boy before. So I'm referring to this particular boy. So you see, we use the when we talk about specific person or specific things, right? So I'm using the because I'm talking about this particular boy. So the boy was wearing a green shirt. Why a green shirt? Because I have not mentioned about green shirt before. So I'm using a green shirt, and the apple which he held was huge. Why the apple? Because we have already talked about an apple before, and I'm talking about that particular apple which was being held by the boy. All right. So here you see, when do we use a definite article is when we are talking about a specific or a particular person or particular thing, whereas when do we use indefinite article is when we are talking about things or person in general. It can be any boy, it can be any apple. All right. So that was about the two categories of articles. Now let's discuss about the uses of the articles, the two different categories of articles. Okay, so indefinite articles, it's very simple. As we have already discussed, it includes a and an. A used before a consonant, and used before a vowel or a vowel sound, and these articles can be used when we talk about things in general or about anything or any noun or any object in general. All right. Now definite article. Definite article is the, and it can be used both for consonant and vowels. All right. And one of the uses we have already discussed, that is when we are talking about things in particular, or when we are talking about specific things. Okay. Now there are several other uses. Let's discuss in detail. This being the first use, the second use would be plurals. So whenever we are talking about nouns in plural form, we use the. For example, the trees. When it is singular, we say a tree, and when it is plural, we say the trees. Next one is when the name of the countries are made by the union of several states. For example, the United Kingdom, the United States. And next one is name of the country is made of several tiny islands. For example, the West Indies, the Canary Islands. Okay. Next one is when we refer to a group or a family with their surname or race. So we can use the article the when we refer to a group or a family with their surname or race. For example, the Rajputs or the Kapoor family. All right. So these are the other uses of the, and there are instances when we do not use the articles at all. So we will be discussing that now. So now we know how to use the articles appropriately, but it is equally important to know when are we not supposed to use the articles, because if you use the articles when not required, your sentence becomes wrong. Right? So let's discuss point wise when not to use articles. First one is not with proper nouns. We do not use the articles with proper nouns. Say for example, if you say my name is Reshma, you do not say my name is the Reshma or a Reshma, because Reshma is proper noun. But there are few cases wherein we use the. We have already discussed that earlier. Those were the countries made by the union of several states, and the countries made of several tiny islands, and when we refer to a group or a family with their surname or race. So in these cases we use the. Otherwise, with proper nouns we do not use the articles. Point number 2 is when we talk about groups in general, when we are not referring to a particular group, we do not use articles. Okay, so ladies love shopping. This is an example. Here I am not using the because I am talking about ladies in general. I am not referring to any particular group of ladies. So it can be any group of ladies. So I am talking in general. That's why I am not using the. Now, dogs are great pets. So here also I am not using the because I am not talking about any particular group of dogs or any particular breed of dogs. All the dogs are great pets, right? So next one is with uncountable nouns. We do not use the articles with uncountable nouns. Like example, I don't like milk. I don't say I don't like a milk or I don't like the milk because milk is uncountable noun. Next example is sugar tastes sweet. We do not say a sugar tastes sweet or the sugar tastes sweet because sugar is uncountable noun. Next one is with languages. We do not use articles with languages. Example, I am learning French. I don't say I am learning a French or I am learning the French. She speaks Spanish. We do not say she speaks the Spanish or she speaks a Spanish. So with languages, no articles. Next one, with games. We do not use it with games. We do not use the articles with games. Example, he plays cricket. We do not say he plays a cricket or he plays the cricket. We simply say he plays cricket. Next one, I like playing chess. We do not say I like playing the chess or we do not say I like playing a chess. We simply say I like playing chess. We do not use articles with the games. So these are the few things that we need to remember for not using the articles. Okay. These were the major things that you need to understand and remember for using the articles appropriately. As you could see, the articles, it is a vast topic and it takes some time and effort to understand it in detail. I've tried to incorporate most of the things. I hope this video is useful for you. I hope it helps you to understand the articles better. Thank you for watching. Bye.